Good morning and welcome back to the channel. I hope you all had a good bank holiday weekend. We have. We've had all 3 days off, so we're raring to go. Anyway, I said in the last week there's a bit of George drilling the wild bird plots, and yeah, and then we're doing a bit of power houring on some last of the pea fields for bird's eye. So there's that, and then yeah, just bits and pieces. Anyway, enjoy. Well, after last week's John Deere fix, here's your Fendt fix and Valtra. Looking very smart. A bit like that bronzy orangey colour. Silver. Good. Wow, this looks a nice setup. Look at that. Some serious grass cutting here.
Well, at some point, yeah. And then Karen told me this morning apparently that he's got to go on a lorry.
George's got the combi drill on. He's off drilling these wild bird plots. Probably cloud of the day. Just in the field spraying T2s where I sprayed that burr chervil the other week. So I'm just going to show you how the spray's working on it. It's certainly knocking it down. There, it's going yellow now, dackering off. And it'll come to a patch. See, it's sinking back into the wheat, so we've done a good job. The wheat will hopefully grow through it now, and yeah, it'll be get a crop out of it. A bit of barley growing volunteers, but when it necks over, it'll blend into the wheat as the wheat gets higher. So yeah, not a bad crop really. Right, we're just looking at our Miscanthus at the minute. The decision's been taken this year not to cut it for biomass, because in a lot of places in our fields the ground is far too wet underneath, and if we cause ruts this year on its first cut, it will make a mess for another 15 years or so. But as you can see, we've got a lot of new growth coming on it. So yeah, what will happen is that we will get a crop and a half probably next year. So it'll double half the bulk again. So, but the only thing is we'll miss out on the income for this year. But I think it's the right decision to take. But it's been a rough year this year. If you can see, but black grass is starting to flower now. Yeah, it's been a bad year this year for black grass. It looked clean, and now all of a sudden it's coming. It's been a wet year, so it suited the black grass, but we've got some black grass pickers coming, so hopefully they'll, where it's roguable, they'll clean up any odd ends and that, like these here. So you get a lot of grass seeds. Each one of these seeds, you get about 10,000 seeds on a head like that, and they can lay dormant for years and years. So you keep getting a few every year growing. You have a job to get rid of them. This is our last field to drill with peas. It's a bit later than what it should be because it's been so wet, and actually it'll be even later because the pea drills aren't about at the minute, the other side of the Humber. But Derek's just on with working it at the minute with the power harrow to get it knocked down before it dries out too much. And the theory being, I think, is that it will hold moisture if it gets a bit, it has a few showers on it, but now it's all finally worked down. Yeah, it's working down well. Some heavier patches in this field, and you can see where he's dragged it. The spray wheelings, they've gone lumpy, they've dried out a bit, but yeah, the rest of the field's going well. Yeah, Derek's got the John Deere 6215 with a 4 metre Masho power hour on. We're doing a good job. Plenty of dust flying. Yeah, that packer roller is just firming it down nicely. Having a bit of a tidy up. Yeah, we've got George on the digger, just loading Derek up. This is just near where we took the stable down. In the spring barley at Elsham, just treated for a bit of black grass. Looks tidy after George has rolled it. We've got nice bowling green stripes. Yeah, looks spot on that. I mean, across the field in this sunlight. Back in the direct drilled spring barley at Elsham, what was drilled by the Sky Easy drill. It's just over a week ago since I was last in it, and yeah, it's taking the nitrogen up, and it's yeah, looking good. This on the hillside does anyway, looks very well on the best land. I'll show you when I get down the hillside of it where I had a bit of chemical damage, but I think it's going to get over it. This is on the hillside part what has got a bit of chemical uptake. It's stunted still, but it's going to grow through it. It's yellow, but it's greening up slowly. So yeah, I think it's going to make it. Can't believe how fast these beans are moving. They're really growing away now. The moisture, the sun. Yeah, looks a decent crop. Today they went in a bit later than what we wanted them to. But yeah, they should make a decent decent yield if conditions stay right. Yeah, we're just putting on a bit of fungicide and a bit of feeder to protect them, make them grow. So next time I come through they'll be twice as tall as this, maybe 3 times. With a bit of luck. Well, that's it for this week's edition of Video Diary on the Farm. It's been a short week, with it only being a bank holiday on Monday, and today's only Wednesday. But I'm getting the video all wrapped up early this week because we're going on a road trip on Thursday and Friday, which all will be revealed in the following week's episode where we're going. But so it's a shorter episode this week. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the content. If you have, please remember, hit that like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you again next week.